Hello, everyone. I know I said I was going to be doing the mind maps, but I feel like this is a little bit easier just to chat when it comes to the mental health field. As a lot of us know, occupational therapy's original roots came from the mental health field, which I just think is amazing. That was one of the funnest things that I learned about because my first career choice has been the mental health field, and I've worked psych hospitals. So to be able to hear my newfound love and choice for a career started at my first love made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. All right, I am going to begin by talking about the 4 types of mental health services delivered in terms of occupational therapy. And they are traditional, which means that the professionals provide the service and the client receives the service. So pro-give, client receive. Then you have the partnership, and in that the clients are informed that they are partners in the service. There is a distinct difference between professionals and the clients, and that remains clearly defined. When I think of partnership, I'm thinking of an individual helping developing their treatment plan, discussing activities of interest, and working towards a goal that they want to accomplish. That's what I think of when I hear the partnership. Traditional, I think of the professional saying, here's what I observe, and based off of that, this is what you need to work on. Next, you have supportive. So the professionals are excluded except in external roles. So this, I'm thinking more so of like a support group-ish type of setting. So the goals are defined, the individual works towards it, and the professional is only there as needed to reflect back onto the goals, more so than directly following a play-by-play, if that makes any sense. And then you have the separatists, I think I'm saying that right. And here, these are ex-patients providing the support and running the services. Non-patients and professionals are excluded. This I would think of like an AANA is the first thing that comes to mind. So the people that are running those groups were addicts themselves. So the next thing that I wanted to do was just to speak about a couple disorders or diagnoses that we have that also display some psychiatric things. I don't have plans to go into details with this because you can clearly read it. Let's see. Epilepsy, there's going to be hallucinations, fear, and anxiety. Then brain tumors, as you can read. And then the TBI. I want to touch bases on the TBI. I work in a group home with 3 males that have TBI. And speaking with their parents and hearing their stories when they began to grow up, and then after receiving the brain injury, and working with these individuals now, it's such a drastic change. And it just goes to show how quickly, life's not guaranteed and anything can occur. There was one individual that was studying to be a weatherman, straight A student, was delivering pizzas, got into an accident, and now mentally he's about 13 years old, and it's just such a tragedy. The last thing that I want to discuss about is the main goals in each one of these phases. So in an acute phase, the main goal is stabilization. In subacute, they are enabling activities and performance components. In the rehab phase, they're working on functional activities and performance components. And then the chronic phase is you can read it, in the environmental adaptations. Adaptations, actually, I'm sorry. I have personally seen this occur even without a therapist or an occupational therapist present. I know a lot of the psychiatrists develop the same type of plans in terms of treatment, and that's helpful for me because I kind of have a general idea of the expectations in terms of a main goal in each one of these phases. So here it is, you guys. Mental health and occupational therapy reunited, and they felt so good doing it. Again, subscribe. I will be having tons of videos, you guys, tons. This is my month to grind. If you want to ride, let's ride. Be my ride or die, people. I'm super corny, by the way. But I plan on posting tons of videos. I need to get my study up, and I want you guys to come along with me. Happy studying!